2 minutes left on the ads. I'm so sorry. When you take a stream down and then bring it back up, it gets rid of any stocked up time you had with ad placement. So so I had to run ads again, which is very annoying. You're welcome, Bezos, you bitch. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Morning DOOGER. Let's get some not morose music playing, shall we? Oh, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Still needs to be chill. It's not sad shit, you know? Need some Stardew? It's just not the right vibe. That's all. Okay, let me know if that's a good volume level. I can't tell because I have a heater right next to my head so I don't die. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Fuck. So the camera is the thing that broke. And when I turned it back on, when I brought OBS back up, I was like, nice, the camera's working. But I'm out of focus. So 1 second. Let's hope I don't break it. 1 moment. Okay, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Sharpness achieved. Starting this year, the plan is for all of my streams to start at 11 o'clock, including this one, 11 o'clock my time. So that means we're back to mornings. And it'll be easier to know when I'm streaming because it'll always be 11. Which I think will just make it easier. Even when we're on breaks, we've been testing it out during the Christmas break. Even when we're on breaks, even if the stream has to be shorter, it'll still start at 11 and be shorter. So we don't have to keep doing this, like, my kid's on break, so now I'm starting at 1, you know, like, all that shit. I don't want to do that shit anymore. I just want it to be easy. So, 11 o'clock every day. That's the plan. Yeah. The plan is, I love how you put that, you know, life's a bitch. Life's a bitch. But I did try to test it out over this break that we just had with our kiddo, and it was fine generally. She had sort of a, you know, there was some growing pains with it because she was like, but why are you starting work already? We haven't even done anything. But it was fine because then we just wound up spending the afternoon together instead, and it's fine. It was just a transitional period, but she's big enough now. You know, she's almost 8. She can occupy herself for a couple hours. She's fine. So yeah. 8. Yeah. Crazy. Can you say microwave your tea? If you do, can I use it in a sound command? Kelly did it. It made my day. So now I want to ask all the amazing people. I figured I'd start with the best. That's very sweet. Just like like I'm commanding someone to do it. Am I aggressive about it? Or no stage direction? You just want me to go for it? Yes, you can use it in a sound command. Microwave your tea. There it is. Wait. It needs to be crispy. No background noise. Ready? Microwave your tea. There you go, buddy. Enjoy. Lately, I don't know if it's the algorithm. I like to blame things on the algorithm because then I'm blameless, you know? I don't know if it's the algorithm, but I engaged with, well, I guess this is proof I'm not blameless. I engaged with like one post that was just kind of a niche voice acting call. And now I'm getting so many of them. Is it because it's the new year? Is everybody like, it's time to do my cool project? What does it say on your mug? Animal. This is the mug, if you'll recall, this is the mug that Sam said I should buy because it reminded him of me. Because it had my energy. So I love it. And then my kid, who has a very loose understanding of which Muppets are which, and like Sesame Street and all that, was like, is that Elmo? And I was like, no. No, my darling. That's Animal. Famed drummer. In the new Muppet Babies, they did a reboot of the Muppet Babies. And Animal is one of the Muppet Babies. And they use him in a lot of episodes, which really surprised me, but they use him to talk about like emotional regulation. And all of the Animal episodes are so cute. They're so sweet. They're always very like, you know, embracing what's different about yourself and learning to understand like how your brain works and stuff. It's very cute. I was like, what a good way to use Animal. It's adorable. Also, thank you so much for all the resubs, guys. I hope you've had a good beginning to the year. You know what other show did a Muppet Babies? And this will forever fuck me up because I feel like no one talks about it. Why did Total Drama Island do a Muppet Babies? Isn't that weird? Did you guys know that? Any of you? I feel like there's a specific generation of people who were in a chokehold with Total Drama Island, and they made a show called Total Drama Rama, where they're all like 5-year-olds. My kid loves that show. And then I was like, you know what's funny is this is based off of a show that is not kid friendly, really. Like it is, but like older kid friendly, called Total Drama Island. And she asked if we could watch it, and I was like, I can't remember what sort of shit is in that show, so I'll watch a couple episodes without you. And I did, and I was like, maybe not yet. Maybe not yet. Yeah, look up Total Drama Rama. It's all the Total Drama Island not kids, adults, but as children. I love finding out that someone that I know was really into Total Drama Island, because it feels like I can kind of pinpoint like an era of fandom that they were like really involved with, you know? But yeah, Total Drama Rama is like Hey Dougie meets Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like here's a bunch of kids that get dropped off at daycare, and instead of all of them being like fun, inquisitive, curious, lovely children, they're just all a mess. They're all awful. It's so funny. They made new seasons of it a couple years ago. I know, and I was so confused because I started to see, I thought, because people, there was a period of time where people were making like Total Drama Island OCs, and I thought people were just getting really good at like mimicking the art style, like making fake screenshots of their OCs, but it turned out they were brand new characters in the new episodes. I was just thinking about you. Thanks for the raid, buddy. Hip hip hooray! Hi everyone, welcome. We were just talking about Total Drama Island and how they did a Muppet Babies and came out with Total Drama Rama, which is just all of the Total Drama Island characters except they're like 5 and 6-year-olds. I said it's like the Muppet Babies meets Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I challenge you to watch that show and tell me I'm wrong. Octo and I have already talked about this. One day, when he jumps into my loving arms and stays at the farm, we will finish Hustle Cat. We've already agreed to it. We did a spit gentleman's handshake. Maybe when it's warmer. Don't come out now. There's a heater right here and I'm still freezing. It's -3 outside. That's so true, Free. We have hot water now. You could take a shower here, dude. It's luxury, man. We have heat. It's crazy. Five-star accommodations. I know. Yeah, I have a door now. What did you do before you had hot water? You know, you don't really realize until you have to think about it. You don't realize how many things heat up water on their own. So like the dishwasher heats up water on its own. The washing machine heats up water on its own. And something that I think is way more common here than it is in America is electric showers. So our shower is electric. So we had hot water for all of the things that were like really important, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's like a heater mounted to the wall of the shower with an on button, and you turn on the shower from that thing, and determine how hot you want the water. So we were able to bathe, we were able to wash dishes, and we were able to wash clothes. So everything else we were willing to just kind of like work with. We would heat up the kettle for like small things that we needed to do. But I'll tell you what, it's been great just having hot water. Thank you. Happy New Year, gang. Welcome. I was just saying that I'm gonna swap back to doing a morning stream on the weekends, because I swapped it to afternoon because my kiddo was small and it was hard for us to juggle stuff. But she's bigger now, and it's easier for me to just say, you know what, all my streams are just gonna start at the same time. I think that's just better. It's more consistent. It's easier for everybody. I remember watching Saturday Morning DOOGER as a 17-year-old, and now I'm almost 28! Blair, bless you. I hope you're doing well. I hope life's treating you wonderfully. Are the rats doing okay? The rats in the walls? I have no idea. I hope they're doing terrible. I love rats. I really hope they're not doing well. I hope they realize this was an inhospitable place and they need to leave. We've had a really bad rat problem on the farm, and we brought a guy out who I've lovingly called the Rat Man. We brought a guy out to figure out like what was going on, and he was like, so this is fun. You've got rats everywhere. There's rats everywhere. There's rats in the walls of the offices. There's rats in my mother and father-in-law's attic. There's rats underneath my sister-in-law's house. There's rats under both of the chicken coops. No, we already tried that. We already tried the cat thing. We're not doing that again. That didn't work. Yeah. Well, we had joked because when we first moved here, well, I guess now as well, Dachshunds are like little hunter dogs. They're meant to go down holes. So we kept being like, maybe one of them will activate and be like, it's my time, I'm gonna chase these rats. No, they don't want to. So we've been here 3 years now. We spent the first couple of years, because the rats never got this bad. We spent the first couple of years trying to naturally deal with them. We didn't want to put poison out or anything like that. Not only because none of us really hate rats, we just don't want them around. But also because we have tons of animals and we don't want them accidentally getting into anything that we've left out for the rats, right? So we were like, okay, what are ways we can discourage them? So we were looking up like smells that they hate. We never left food out, not even like the animal feed that would normally be left out. We were just bringing it out to them, waiting until they were done eating, then bringing it back in the house, right? Like trying our best to be like, there's nothing to eat here. Everything smells terrible. Go somewhere else. And it didn't work. They've just they've just multiplied and multiplied and multiplied. So we called the Rat Man. I don't want the Rat Man, but no, the person who comes home with dead rats the most often is Peach. I'm not a fan of. They probably forage elsewhere. We don't have any neighbors, though. I don't know where they would be going. We have a mystery cat shitting in our garden, and it's driving my husband mad. Yeah. I think before I originally told this rat story, chat had made a joke about me being a bunch of rats in a trench coat. And then when I was like, guess what? There's rats in the walls. They were like, I knew it. What's up, Pete? Thank you. Oh. It's kicking into gear now. You know when it's cold enough that you turn on a heater and you can tell that right next to the heater it's hot, but if you move your hand even slightly back, it's like way colder. And the air is just competing with the heat so strongly. No! I remember when we first moved to England, something that caught me off guard that I hadn't thought about. It's always the little things, isn't it? I had lived in Los Angeles for so long, almost 10 years. And something that I hadn't really thought about was the fact that when we moved here and we were suddenly in a place where we had a lot of cold months, that when I would make a coffee, if I didn't drink it right away, and I don't like to drink coffee or tea right away. I like to let it cool down a tiny bit. If I don't drink it fast, it's cold. And I remember being so fucked up by that. It sounds so silly, but I was like, what do you mean it's already cold? I just made it. But if I drink it right when I've made it, I burn my mouth. So now it's this tightrope where I try to mentally figure out how long should I leave it on the counter before it's drinking temperature. Jesse was telling me that I should get, there are these like Zojirishi water dispensers where there's like 4 different temperatures. It like stores water and keeps it at 4 different temperatures. And depending on what you're drinking, you can dispense the water at that temperature. And I was like, that sounds awesome. Because maybe one of the temperatures is closer to my drinking temperature, right? And then I could just drink it right away. That would be so sick. The problem is it looks like most of the Zojirishi ones do not come with a UK plug. They come with an EU plug. And I don't trust, I've blown up enough appliances at this point. I've blown up enough things at this point that I don't trust getting an appliance and then plugging it into an adapter. I don't want to do that. How many appliances have you blown up? Well, when we first moved here, I brought my sewing machine and I plugged, which doesn't count as an appliance, I guess. But I plugged my sewing machine into an adapter so that I could use it, and it immediately exploded. And it scared me. And there have been a couple of things that I've plugged in and I've heard them like static, and I've immediately unplugged them because I was like, never mind. Yeah, I took the sewing machine apart and tried to fix it, but like the whole thing on the inside was scorched. It was crazy. It was a lot cheaper to just get a new sewing machine, which made me sad. I haven't watched you in years. Welcome. How are you? For VOD viewers, I want you to know that a bunch of chat is arguing about voltage and outlets and all kinds of stuff that I don't follow whatsoever. So if it seems like I'm disassociating, it's because I'm looking at chat and going, I don't know what any of this means. Sure. Argue away. Just let Pikachu hold it. What games am I looking forward to in 26? Oh, man. I don't even know. I always feel so put on the spot with questions like that. I have no idea. What's even coming out this year? I don't know. Ow. Fucked up my arm today. By accidente. I've been doing L-sits every day. And I did one today and felt all of this in here just give up. And I was like, oh no. Now it hurts really bad. So, oopsies. Yeah, it's where you sit on the ground and you push yourself up and try to put your legs straight out and just hold yourself up in an L shape. I've been doing them every day, and every day they're easier, which is surprising to me. I was like, dang, this you really feel stronger quickly doing this sort of thing. But today my arm was like, no, I don't want to. So, so it is what it is. Oh yeah, Mugenics. Mugenics is coming out soon, isn't it? I've been watching Ed Boy start to promo that game. I have no idea when the new Divinity's coming out. No clue. I have the body shape for L-sits. I don't know what that means. But it was very difficult for me to lift up all of this junk I've got from the waist down. Reanimal? Yes, for sure. When is the new Dark Pictures game coming out? The space one. My goal when it comes to my child and games, I want us to play a Mario game together. And I think she'd go fucking bonkers over The Sims. So I want to set up The Sims somewhere for her to play. And I want us to play Mario. She's gonna be 8 soon. No, Sims 4. Give her so many options. No, when she's older, if she decides that she wants to do content and understands what that is and what that entails, then that's her business. But I will not be putting her in any of my content. Eight, I know. That's so cute, Free. I've played more Minecraft than I ever have with Clark. With Clark? Anywho, yeah, I know the Silk Song DLC is gonna be coming out. Reanimal is the new game by a bunch of the people that were in the original team for Little Nightmares, right? I'm thinking of the right game. Yeah. Yeah, I was telling Jessie on Geekenders that when I asked my kid what she wanted to do, like, for a job, she was listing off some stuff and she was like, and maybe, you know, maybe I'll make YouTube videos sometimes. Like, not all the time, though. It's not like my main job. And we were joking about her, like, taking advantage of YouTube nepotism. Being like, this is my fallback job. I could always be a YouTuber. Very funny. It made me laugh because I've talked to so many like parents and kids at this point where their kids are like, I'm gonna be the next big Fortnite streamer, right? Like that is their only goal in life. So I'm kind of grateful. I'm grateful that my kid is like, well, I think maybe it would be really fun to be a nail tech. And I love to boss people around. So I think I should be a stage manager. And, you know, if none of that works out, then maybe I'll do YouTube. Matey! Welcome to the cat gang. Thank you so much. Stage managing's great. No, because she loves theater. She does tons of theater stuff. But she's always, she has a lot of very good leadership qualities. And at this age, leadership, like gravitating towards that is a lot of like, people aren't in the right spot. So she will stop what she's doing to be like, you're in the wrong spot, right? Like she like does a lot of that. And I always talk with her about it after, because there's a certain aspect of it is like, when you're doing the show, you kind of need to just mind your own business, right? But also like, clearly you have a really good understanding of like where everyone's supposed to be, what everyone's supposed to be doing. And if you have this sort of brain where you keep track of all of that shit, you could absolutely gravitate towards stage managing. So yeah. When I was a kid, I never wanted to grow up or work. I was right. I just wanted to be a star. My mom kept like a book. She would ask me questions occasionally while I was growing up and write down my answers. She has like a whole list of baby names that I had planned when I was like 4. Yeah. Whenever she'd be like, what do you want to do for a job? I'd be like, I want to be a star. That was it. That was the whole plan. We need the list. I know Jacob and Goldie were on there. Goldie's kind of a banger name. That's so funny you say that, Laser, because she's been wearing black turtlenecks constantly because they're warm. No, not short for Goldilocks. It's just Goldie. Yeah, I wanted to be a star, and then when I got older, it shifted into. Whenever I talk about this, I sound so whatever. I wanted to be a star, and then started to have the conversations that were like, right, but if that doesn't pan out, what would you want to do? And then it shifted into, it would be really interesting to study poison. So I started looking into whether or not that was an actual job where I could be like a poisons expert. Don't ask me why. I don't know. And then I took anatomy and physiology and really enjoyed it. And my teacher was like, maybe you could be a coroner. That's something you could look into because you're not squeamish at all and you really enjoy this. So I took the class twice. And part of the class was going and like actually looking at a body. And I thought it was so interesting. And I was like, coroner, I think that's the job for me. Like that's the grown-up job that I want, right? That I could be really good at. And then I found out you have to go to the same amount of school as a practicing doctor does. And I noped out because I knew I was not a good enough student for that. So. Toxicologist. Yeah. Well, so some of my family was really, really into like local like learning and understanding the plants that were in the area we were in. Oregon is very crunchy. So I was like, it might be really interesting to like to learn about that. And then it shifted into, it might be really interesting to specifically know about like what things in the area are poisonous. Or like, you know, adjacent in that way. But that's so niche. That's so niche. That's like, I'm a trust fund kid and I don't need to actually have a job that's gonna make me a lot of money, right? That's like, I'm just a rich person who is interested in poison sort of job. So. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to be an alchemist, I guess. Yeah. And then went, fine. I guess I'll learn how to tell how people died. And then, of course, it eventually shifted into mortuary stuff. Because you have to go to a lot of school to be a coroner, but sometimes you don't have to go to school at all to be a mortuary assistant, which is crazy to me. But I guess in one job, you're like legitimately figuring out why they died. And in one job, you're still working with the body, but not in a, this could be brought up in court sort of way. Yes, free. That's so cute. I want that for you. One is medical and the other is preservation. Yeah. Anyway, I'm very happy with the job I have. But there's an AU out there. There's an alternate universe where I'm dealing with dead bodies all the time. And I'm fun, and I'm very fun to be around. You know, like on those cop shows where they have like their person, their coroner that they go to talk to, who gives the debrief, and they're like really weird. That's me. That would be me. Yeah, but people adapt so quick. I feel like you'd get nose blind to a lot of the smells involved pretty fast. For better or for worse. For better or for worse, gang. You do, but everyone at home doesn't? Well, take a scalding shower before you go home. Ah. Well, I play Slay the Spire too, of course. Slay the Spire, I think, is the game that I go back to the most. I did not expect that game to be such a constant in my life, but I play that game. When's the last time I played it? I think like 2 days ago. I play that game all the time because I've played it enough that it's brainless for me, right? I just turn it on, I play a little bit, and then I turn it off. Yeah. Last played December 29th. Yeah. I think it's just nice. I think it's nice to have games that have become like either comfort games or like just I don't want to think about anything games, you know? I know that I can turn on Slay the Spire and play it and not remember anything about playing it. And like, that's what I want. You know, I just want to like engage with the thing in a really passive way. We were talking about this when Ball Pit was really big. I was saying to Jesse that I feel like the reason that I haven't been able to get into Ball Pit as like a game to consistently come back to is because with Slay the Spire, you can stop all the time, right? Like, I can take my turn, look away, come back, and it's waiting for me to take my turn again. I love games like that. I love it. Any like turn-based, you know, like roguelite-y sort of thing is so nice. It's chicken nuggets. But Ball Pit, I have to be so engaged. I have to be so focused on it. Yes, Darkest Dungeon's like that too. A little more stress. Ball X Pit. This is like Hunter x Hunter all over again. I've always called it Hunter x Hunter. Fuck the X. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, okay? Ball Pit. Ball times fit. Fit? I do say the X in Spy Family. Spy X Family. I do say the X there. But maybe I should stop. Maybe I should really draw a hard line in the sand. Ball 10 Pit. Hunter 10 Hunter. Yeah. My kid has started doing this thing. She started doing this thing where she'll be like, Mommy, what's 1 + 2? And if I say 3, she'll go, no, it's 12. And it drives me crazy. I know it shouldn't. I know it shouldn't. It's so stupid. And she just thinks it's so funny. Yeah, like 9 + 10 would be 910. A young rage baiter. Yeah. No, she's already come home saying 6, 7. One of the kids at school was like, this is another thing we were talking about on Geekenders. It's like morphed into a totally different thing at her school. But yeah. You know what made me feel better about 6, 7 is having somebody point out all of the number-based jokes that my generation loved. The fact that no one uses leet speak anymore, but I thought it was amazing at the time. So we do the 420 thing and laugh at 69 still. Like, every generation gets to laugh at numbers. It's fine. I would, if the 6, 7 thing was like, you know, had some sort of like lewd connotation, I would not like that. Whether she knew that or not. But the fact that it's literally nothing, it's such a fucking nothing. It's nothing. It's just Like, all right. Sure. It's like E. I don't know what that is. I missed that one, I think. Boobs and boobies are good. The calculator jokes, those are good. It's a Markiplier thing? Oh, weird. I have no idea. I don't think I was around for that or aware of it. The memes, they come and go so fast. I just can't keep up. I know when my sister sends me a meme that it's dead. That's so funny. I feel like we all have somebody who's like offline enough that when they've discovered something, or they're Facebook only. And so when they've discovered something, you're like, oh, it's at the end of its life cycle. Yeah. I love it. I love that. I feel like I'm that to Sam, because Sam is so terminally online, like beyond anyone else in my life, that he knows about shit so far ahead of me. No, you want to hear something wholesome? You want to hear something really wholesome? Is my kid discovered the hang in there posters. Like the old school, like cute cats hang in there posters. I was like, I love that. And I was like, yeah, the ancient texts, they're coming back. I was like, baby, I can get you a hang in there poster. I can get you a motivational cat poster if you want that in your new room. It was amazing. I was like, oh my gosh. I love that. Because she existed fully outside of its existence, right? So she wasn't around for it being popular before, or for people thinking that they were kind of lame. She's outside the bubble. So now she's like, that's a really cute cat, and it's saying hang in there. It's like, it is, isn't it? It's cute. I love it. Yeah, fresh perspective, exactly. Untainted. Coffee's freezing. But I'm still gonna drink it. Oh my god, that would be so cute. A custom hang in there poster of Beach. That would be adorable. How do you even do that? Oh, don't. I have a candle warmer. I have a heated mouse mat. I have all the things. I've owned a self-heating mug, like an ember mug. I appreciate all of the suggestions to help keep my coffee warm. I do. I've been there though. I've been here. I've lived in it. The problem with the candle warmer, or even a mug warmer, if you bought one that was like, it's specifically for mugs, is actually, it's only certain types of mugs that it does a good job heating, in my experience. The sort of mugs that I use, it doesn't work very well. Nothing was wrong with the Ember mug, but I am not the sort of person that's going to use the same mug every day. So, I gave it to someone else, to be honest, because I was like, I'm too addicted to my goofy, stupid mugs. Yeah, doing good in the UK. I feel like Ember would sell a lot better if you could customize them. They do have different colors, but yeah, they're just, you know, if you just want a good plain mug that keeps your drink warm, they're great. But if you're a mug chaos agent and you want a different one every day, it doesn't make sense to get one. My cat insists on sitting on an empty pizza box. Yeah, probably not helping with the cold. That's true. I think that's my child. 1 second. Okay, hi. Kid is feral. She came all the way in without shoes on. It's in the negatives right now. Came up to my office without shoes on. Was like, I'm starving. Keep in mind, I fed her a bunch before I went to work, and I've only been streaming for a little over an hour. I was like, okay, well, here's another thing. Also, I'll carry you back in the house so that your feet aren't on the ice. Here's food. I can make you something more substantial when I'm done, but I'm not done yet. And then she hopped barefoot on her skateboard and just rolled away from me. I was like, okay, bye. See ya. Yeah. Yeah, barefoot. Outside. Right now. And it's -3. Anyways. Whew. It is cold though. It is cold. I want to, and I'm done with this. The plan is to curl up with as many blankies as possible on the couch. Put something on TV. And play a game with my kid, probably. Yeah. Oh yeah. I won't be talking about it, but yes, Sam and I watched all of Pluribus. I'm trying to get my mother-in-law to watch it. But it's hard. It's one of those shows where you're like, I don't want to tell you too much. So we just kept being like, trust us, you'd love it. I've been rewatching Naruto, which is not a good indicator of my mental health, but it is fun. Man, Naruto will always live here. No matter how much goofy shit happens in the Naruto universe, it always lives here. Yeah, whole first season is out and done. Believe it. Tabayo. I love it. It was such a formative time for me, and I was so... Naruto, I think, did what... My Hero Academia also did this pretty well, but Naruto had that perfect, like, here are so many characters, and somehow you're gonna give a shit about all of them. And we're also gonna put them into little teams. There's just something that like activates your brain with that. Like some of these teams of 3 kids, I was like, I love them. I don't know. And then they Harry Pottered me. And they were like, these people married, and these people married, and these people married, and they all had Severus Albus children. And I was like, God, I hate that I still care. I hate it so much. Just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Naruto. I think it was just that perfect time of my, like, teenage years, you know? Bro. Yes. Have you rewatched the Rock Lee Gaara fight yet? I still think it's one of the best fights on the whole show, and it happens so early on. It's just about to start. Let's go! Peak fight. It's so good. Yeah. It's hard with these really long running anime. It's so rough because normally early days there's such a clear vision, you know? Yeah, apparently One Piece just finished season 1. Happy for them. I hate it here. All I remember about Naruto is I stopped watching during an extended section of filler. I know exactly what you're talking about. 90 episodes, I think, of filler before they were like, should we just do a new thing? And then they did Shippuden. Yeah, for those of you who've never dived into Naruto, FYI, there's a point in Naruto where you can just literally go to Shippuden because the rest of the show is filler. I watched it all! I watched all of it, and I do think some of the filler is really nice if you care about side characters. I'm sure somebody out there has been like, hey, people who really love this character, these are the filler episodes you should watch. Yeah, I watched them all. They came up with some really goofy ass villages for filler. It was crazy. But some of my favorite side teams got some good filler episodes, you know, so I don't regret it. But when they were like, okay, we're gonna time skip. Yeah. Yes, One Piece is really bad for that because there are websites that are like, here are all of the One Piece episodes that aren't filler, but they just will randomly decide to make certain filler episodes important. Pisses me off. Oh my god, some of the Bleach filler was so good though. Some of the Bleach filler was incredible fan art bait. Oh my god. Wasn't the whole arc where their swords turned into hot people, wasn't that all filler? Insane. They were insane for that, being like, we're just gonna come up with designs for all of the swords. I love it. I love it so much. It's so stupid. But the fan art was great. Filler happens, to answer someone's question, filler happens when there isn't enough of the original content for them to just keep going. So for these really long running anime, a lot of times what will happen is the anime, the manga will be a certain ways in. They'll start the anime and then reach a point where they're like, if we keep going, we're gonna run out of content. So let's fill time. Let's just start adding some stuff in, right? And sometimes it's fine. Sometimes it's just like a couple episodes here and there just to help with the pacing, because pacing a manga and pacing an anime are different. Maybe they have a fun idea with the mangaka about, you know, a side story that they can tell, and it's fine. They can do flashbacks, absolutely. But yeah, a lot of times it's because they need to give the manga a little bit of breathing room. But I'm glad that we have sort of normalized, instead of just having constant episodes come out, I'm glad that a lot of these shows are normalizing just doing seasons again. Gintama. I haven't thought about Gintama in forever. Fan service episodes. Yeah, the Hot Springs episode. That's always filler. Yeah. I feel like they're doing that way less now. The just coming up with an ending thing. I think a few days ago we were talking about Soul Eater. How a Soul Eater getting the Brotherhood treatment would be cool. But the unfortunate thing is basically everything by that mangaka, the jokes do not age well. The jokes don't age well, man. They would have to really adjust shit. I'm dragging myself through Fire Force. I dropped it. I dropped Fire Force really early on because I was like, I can't do this. I can't do, the animation is so good, but I just can't. Drives me crazy. But the reason that we say that about Soul Eater is because the ending to that Soul Eater manga is so different from the ending that they just kind of came up with for the anime forever ago. So, but there's a ton of manga like that where it just wasn't done yet, but they wanted to make the anime. Game of Thrones Brotherhood. I'd watch Game of Thrones Brotherhood for sure. For those of you who aren't anime heads, Brotherhood is the tagline on the remake of Full Metal Alchemist. So there was Full Metal Alchemist, and they did that, or they just came up with an ending, and then they did Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which follows the manga exactly. So when we say giving it the Brotherhood treatment or a name and then Brotherhood, it's implying like I would like for them to just remake the whole thing but follow the story the way that it was intended. Was OGFMA any good? Yeah, it was good. I don't think the ending of OGFMA is bad, but the ending of Brotherhood is so is so good. Like, it's just so all like there's clearly so much that was placed where it was supposed to be on purpose to like have the story all tie together at the end. And so when you watch original Fullmetal Alchemist, you're like, man, because Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood just has such good storytelling, I guess. You have to watch FMA and then Brotherhood. You can't do the reverse. Yeah. I will say, when they made Brotherhood, they kind of assumed that you had probably watched original Fullmetal Alchemist. So all of the story up to the point where it deviates, they just kind of speed through. So the pacing for the first few episodes is not great, to be honest. Because they wanted to just be like, you've seen all this. You've seen all this. Okay, let's get to the new shit. But I have found that sometimes when I recommend Brotherhood to people, they're like, the beginning of it is so weird. It's just because they wanted to do it fast, unfortunately. Yeah, it's like recaps. It really is. Whew. Did anyone watch the SpongeBob fan anime? No, I don't think so. That anime with kids who are food? Kids who are food? I don't even know what you're talking about. Aqua Teen Hunger Force! Oh, my favorite anime! Aqua Teen Hunger Force! Oh! Oh, yeah. So the problem with Promised Neverland, well, maybe I don't want to say this because it spoils a lot. Promised Neverland really went off the rails, I feel like. There was a point where I was like, I just am gonna keep reading this so that I can say that I finished it, but I don't. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those shows, unfortunately, where just watch season 1. Season 1 is so good. It's a shame they never made a season 2. Mm-hmm. Did you ever get back into the Locked Tomb? I finished Harrow. I did finish Harrow. And I bought the next one, but I haven't read it. No, I still haven't really been able to sink my teeth into Discworld, and I don't know why. I bought the first book of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I mentioned it on Geekenders, and a bunch of people were saying the audiobook for Dungeon Crawler Carl is amazing. And I love an audiobook, so I might download that. Even though I bought the book. I have seen Assassination Classroom. That's, I guess, not super old, but... Yeah, I think just anything that goes on for a long time is always going to be difficult to end. I don't know how One Piece can possibly end in a way where people are satisfied, but that's not my business. Maybe the satisfaction comes from the fact it ends and you don't have to watch it anymore. That, honestly, is how I felt about Stranger Things. Someone was asking earlier if I watched the last season and if I enjoyed it. If I'm honest, not really. We did watch all of it. I didn't enjoy it that much. But I'm delighted that it's over. I'm just glad it's done, you know? No, we're not going to talk about specifics. A bunch of people haven't watched it yet. You wanted to know if I enjoyed it. Not really. But I'm glad it's done, you know? For sure. I'm glad it existed. I had a really good time with it. I think they should have done some different stuff, but everybody's got big old fucking opinions about how Stranger Things should have ended. So, like, it's fine. But I'm glad it's done. I'm glad they finished it and just ended it. Yeah, exactly. All those actors can move on and do a different thing now. Don't talk about specifics. Shut it down. Don't talk about specifics. Gravity Falls? I was thinking about doing a Gravity Falls rewatch. The first season's hard though. The first season feels like a Monster of the Week kids show, which it is. But you kind of have to get through that first season to get to the craziness. I mean, Finn Wolfhard has already done a bunch of stuff. Sadie is in a new thing, I think. So is the guy who plays Steve. Like, they're all, not all of them, but like, they're doing stuff. Remember starting the second season and never continuing of Gravity Falls? Keep watching, please. Oh, of Stranger Things. Okay. You should watch Gravity Falls. You should watch Gravity Falls. That shit's real good. I was willing to move on. I was willing to move on to Gravity Falls because it's so good. I still have such fond feelings about Gravity Falls. And I put off the finale for over a year, I think, because I was so, like, I felt so weird about it ending. I just loved it, man. Yes, exactly. Gravity Falls ended when it was still like on a high and still doing really well. They ended it in like the perfect way. The companion media that they've done has just enhanced it. It hasn't felt like it's just dragging out stupid shit. Like it's all just been handled so well, I think. Gravity Falls is about two twins that come to stay in Oregon with their Uncle Stan, who they call Grunkle Stan because he's a grumpy bitch. And he's a con man that's living in the middle of the woods. Basically, everything that happens in and around the town that they're in Gravity Falls, is weird. It's like a little Twin Peaksy. He's their great uncle, actually, but he's also their grumpy uncle. This town is weird, TLDR. Yeah. Go to the middle of the woods in Oregon, and then, man, sure is a lot of weird shit going on here. I'm getting called Grunkle now. Sam gets called Grunkle. Or Funkle. It depends on his mood. Yeah, I felt like I was sort of biased towards Gravity Falls because I grew up in the woods in Oregon. So I was like, this show's built for me, you know. Yeah. Not nearly enough cryptids where I was living. I rewatched it last year and there's still quite a bit of Monster of the Week stuff in season 2. How many seasons were there? There's just 2? God, really? Felt so long for me. Yeah, my parents moved from California to Oregon. They bought a piece of property that had a literal like falling apart shack on it with 2 kids. I was not born yet. It was 90 acres. 90 acres, a little over 40 years ago, in the middle of nowhere. So I grew up surrounded by woodlands, yeah. And my dad, with help, obviously, but built the rest of the house onto the shack part. I watched a little of Owl House, but not very much. I've been told it's great. I should go and watch it. So good. Disney dropping the ball on a great series with a huge fan base. Yeah, but like, what else is new? Dude, I don't trust any of these fucking companies anymore to know what people want to watch. What was that slightly heavy / dark kids comic y'all were talking about a while back? Cardboard Kingdom? Is that the one? Is that the one that you're thinking of? There's a series called Cardboard Kingdom. They're comics that we got. And the concept of it is a bunch of kids in a neighborhood that slowly more and more of them join the Cardboard Kingdom, where they all come up with like personas basically, and they all play make-believe together. But like the persona that they've taken on and them participating in the game shows like how they are processing and exploring how they feel about their home life. Yeah. Really good, I think. And I felt like it was not too old for my kid. Like it explored some stuff where, you know, we were able to talk about it easily. The worst part, I think, is there's a kid who has a parent that he feels like he needs to protect one of his parents from the other parent. It doesn't ever show any like abuse or anything, but that's made pretty clear that that's how he feels, that he needs to like be like, he's sort of internalized feeling like he needs to be a protector in his house. So I think that's probably the I guess darkest thing that they talk about, really. It's a comic. It's a series of comics, yeah. They're like graphic novels. They're like this big. I think there's 3 of them. Yeah, for sure. I think stuff like that, maybe read it yourself first. That's what I did. I read the first one before I gave it to Clark to read. A friend of mine, Babs, is one of the writers on it, which is the only reason that I found out about it. But I read it first, and I think as long as the kid in the situation knows that they can like ask questions about what's in the book, or has somebody to ask questions, then when is Dodger playing Fortnite again? Soon. All that I would say is the difference between a comic and a graphic novel is like, in my mind, I don't know that there's like hard and set differences really, but like, to me, a graphic novel is like released as more of a book than like a small comic, and didn't exist as small comics ahead of time, you know? So like with this, they just released, when Cardboard Kingdom came out, it came out as a book, right? It wasn't released as like small comics that they then put into a book form. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, but in my mind, that's the difference that I've made up for myself. I think it's publication or serialization. One is ongoing, one is a complete story. Maybe. That would make sense. Graphic novels tell complete stories and comics don't end. There you go. Side note, apparently the new Batman is really good. I was thinking about firing up my old comics app for the new Batman stuff. Absolute Batman's real tight. Yeah, well, Damien's been around for a while. I love him. He's such a shit. Absolute Wonder Woman is amazing. Really? I haven't heard anybody talk about Wonder Woman. Okay. Like I was saying when we were doing the fandom recap, I've been feeling myself get dragged back into the DC world. She has a guts sword. Like from Berserk. Okay. The Absolute Universe is pretty pog. Sounds like it. I also need to watch the last Superman movie because I still haven't watched that. And I am cautiously excited about the Supergirl movie. We watched Avatar last night. We got out of the house, just the two of us. We had a date. It was amazing. And watched the Avatar movie. I think my favorite one, I've always been pretty like whatever about the Avatar movies, but this one I really enjoyed. We were talking about how all of them are kind of the same thing. They're all sort of the same at this point. But I really liked this one. I can't remember her name. Even if you haven't seen the movie, there's this chick in the movie with like a black and red fan thing coming off of her head. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. Yeah, she was great. That actress fully committed to just being bonkers. I loved it. She's Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter? Incredible. I had no idea. She did great. Wild. Wild, wild. All right, gang. Let's wrap it up. I'll be back tomorrow. We're not starting Deltarune quite yet. My kid's not quite back to school, but I'm very excited to hop into Deltarune. Let's read off our activity feed, and then I will send you somewhere else. We've got Sunforge tonight. I'm not gonna finish Hades first, no. Because I don't know how long Hades is gonna take me. And I want to do Deltarune. I think it's time. I think it's time. Don't you? Don't you feel it's time? Okay, let's see. Here we go. Legacy Star Killer, thank you for the 78. Tirakata for the 2 years. Happy anniversary. Eggs and Mint for the 59. Mayraleen, thank you for the 4. Akaruk for the 14. Evil Lollipop for the 31. Silent Zeno for the 112. Escugia for the 56. El Zilko for the 89. Absolute Uppercut for the 26. Mixter Oliver for the 38. Amariel, thank you for the 109. Octo, thank you for the raid. If you guys came over on the raid, I hope you had a good time. Thanks so much, gang. Prince Kaitsu, thank you for the 100. Pigeon Studios Pete for the 25, and also for the gifted sub. Thank you so much. It's a Trap, thank you for the 124. Aroberon for the 100. Matey for subscribing. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Wild Blast for the 35. Eptacha for the 31. Gabranth for the 6 years. Happy anniversary. Bago Beefcake for the 3. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone's still talking about Charlie Chaplin. I love it. Who's streaming right now? Who's doing stuff right now? Let's see. Wow. Almost no one on my following list is live. That's so weird. It's pretty early, I guess. Yeah. I'm used to being done around like 3 or 4 o'clock on a Sunday. But it's only 1 o'clock now. What's everybody doing? Wake up! Wake up! Okay. Well, go say hi to Diariku. Riku does, oh my god, makes VTuber models. Go say hi, spread love and joy. If you watch Sunforged, I'll see you for Sunforged on Joe Fudge's channel, and otherwise I'll see you tomorrow. Because you'll be there, right? Because you'll be there, right? See you around, gang. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.